Start Em, Sit Em breaks down the best and worst matchups for fantasy football wide receivers based on PPR scoring, focusing on players outside the elite tier. Odunze has been a revelation, scoring 47.5 points through 2 games and leading his team in targets. He draws a favorable matchup against the Cowboys, who have allowed the third most fantasy points to perimeter receivers. Zay Flowers also continues to impress, totaling 43 points in 2 games. He faces the Lions in a high-scoring projected matchup, and Detroit has been vulnerable to wideouts dating back to last season. Tetairoa McMillan has emerged as the alpha receiver in Carolina, leading in targets, catches, yards, and fantasy points. Against the Falcons, who rank 9th in points allowed to perimeter receivers, he remains a must-start. Metcalf has had a slow start with 23.3 points, but he faces the Patriots, who have already allowed multiple wideouts to surpass 13 points, making him a solid play. Pittman Jr. comes off a tougher matchup but faces a Titans defense giving up the 5th most points to wideouts. He has averaged nearly 14 points in 10 career games against Tennessee and remains a flex option. Other strong starters include Keon Coleman against the Dolphins, George Pickens at the Bears, and Hollywood Brown versus the Giants. On the flip side, some receivers are worth sitting this week. Higgins has struggled, scoring only 20.9 points in 2 games, and now throws from Jake Browning against a stingy Vikings defense that limited top wideouts to 14.5 points combined. Jeudy is Cleveland's top target but faces Green Bay's elite secondary, which has held wideouts under 10 points this season. Travis Hunter has been underwhelming for the Jaguars, scoring 14.5 points through 2 games, and matches up with the Texans, who have limited elite receivers under 13 points. Olave sees plenty of targets but has scored just 23.8 points, facing a Seahawks defense that hasn't allowed more than 14.8 points to a wideout this year. Ridley has been inefficient despite 14 targets, facing the Colts, who have consistently limited top-tier wideouts to under 9 points in early games. For Week 3, focus on receivers with favorable matchups and volume. Odunze, Flowers, McMillan, Metcalf, and Pittman Jr. offer high upside in PPR formats. Players like Higgins, Jeudy, Hunter, Olave, and Ridley present risk, particularly in tough defensive matchups. Align your fantasy lineups with matchups, usage, and projected game flow to maximize points and avoid costly starts. Week 3 is about taking advantage of favorable defenses while sitting receivers facing elite coverage, ensuring your fantasy squad stays competitive and poised for big games.